Over a billion in lockdown, millions of jobs lost. Countless businesses are already defaulting on payments. Countless people around the globe are not able to pay their rent. The global economy is crashing. It will be known as the Greatest Depression. The market is stagnant. There is no liquidity, except when the Fed is pumping, and most of that will go to banker bonuses. The market ramping off lows has nothing to do with the economy and has everything to do with the Fed adding $2 trillion to its balance sheet in a little over a month. We will not be resuming anything close to our old economy for a very long time, probably never. First deflation, then inflation, then hyperinflation, then currency crisis, then currency reset, then new cycle. It is becoming obvious that they have used the virus as an excuse to kick the table over regarding the economy. The COVID-19 pandemic is inflicting high and rising human costs worldwide, and the necessary protection measures are severely impacting economic activity. As a result of the pandemic, the global economy is projected to contract sharply by 3% in 2020, much worse than during the 2008-09 financial crisis, said the IMF. It is very likely that this year the global economy will experience its worst recession since the Great Depression, surpassing that seen during the global financial crisis a decade ago. The pandemic is very likely to cause the worst recession since the Great Depression, with the global economy expected to contract by 3% in 2020. More evidence is showing just how badly the virus has devastated the American economy. Store and restaurant sales plunged in March. And the nation's industrial output is down by the largest amount since the end of World War II. The global oil markets slump, and U.S. banks are expecting a flood of loan defaults from homes and businesses hit hard. These growing economic concerns are fueling a backlash around the country against the government restrictions and lockdowns and the right to work. People are getting fed up with the shutdown and simply start ignoring it, especially as the weather gets better. Across the country, as the lines to the food and unemployment offices grow longer, patience is wearing thin for the restrictions meant to save lives. The collapse is inevitable. Capitalism only survives if people have money to spend. Yet our government wants to keep us broke and subservient. Spring clothing market crashed by 50%. On top of that, they have an inventory they can never sell. They ate huge costs. In the meantime, meat processors shut down, fruit going unpicked, milk being dumped, and then there's the fact that even after things restart, a lot of employers have to start almost from scratch because most workers have either found other jobs, are looking, or are sitting back waiting to blow through stimulus money before bothering with a job again. It'll be at least a month or two after restarting before things even begin to come back together. The difference being the 2007-08 recessions were man-made, meaning it was a bank robbing the national treasury. This time around, if the sane robber baron policies are enacted, the result will be a global revolt against the big thieves. Many companies already had razor-thin profit margins pre-crisis, so whatever recovery comes afterward is going to end with a lot of bankruptcies. Coming out of this, people are going to be more selective with their consumption, and this is going to result in a significant collapse in retail. Stage 3, full recession. Governments, federal and state, will have to let go half of the non-producing workers. The only thing that's going to fix the economy is if the actual citizens have money in their hands. An economy based on people buying useless crap is built on clay anyway. America is as empty as a chocolate Easter bunny. A usurious fractional reserve fiat currency system based on debt and run by the banks is a very bad policy. Eliminate both, and peace and prosperity will finally come to planet Earth.